Today we're going to talk about how to connect with people in person, over email, on Twitter, anywhere. And the reason why we're going to talk about it is because most people do it wrong. I got an email the other day from Brendan. Brendan says, "Hey Derek, I just wanted to let you know that I put together this infographic. I think your readers will love it." Now I'm paraphrasing it. He actually said this in like 9 paragraphs. But that's essentially what the email said. Okay, I see what you did there. You don't want a link. You don't want free traffic. It's because my readers will love it. Really? Does anyone really fall for this? And what's weird is I responded to him and I'm like, "Hey, not interested in infographics. Thank you for thinking of me." I'm polite. Even though I'm yelling on video like 98% of the time, I try to be professional once in a while. And I was polite. 3 days later, I get an email from Brendan. Brendan says, "Hey Derek, just want to know if you saw this." And I'm thinking, I already responded to you. And that's when I realized, I knew he was spamming me. But when he did that follow-up, now I know he's spamming me. Now here's what's weird. He's probably using a piece of software to automate these connections. And I have news for you. Stop automating connection. You can't do it. It's not how it works, especially in 2018. Now, I'm not saying this about me, but I'm saying this about everyone. If you're trying to connect to someone who's already busy, sending them a templated spam email that you sent 800 other people may get 1 out of 100 responses. Fine. You're playing the numbers game. However, Brendan may be playing that numbers game, but Brendan is also now auto-filtered into my G tab. G for garbage. So you may think, oh, it can't hurt to just try it out. It can hurt because a lot of people will write you off immediately when you spam them like this. Now, I know I'm making fun of Brendan a little bit here, but here's the thing. People unknowingly make this same mistake. They essentially spam people without even believing they're spamming people. Let me give you another example. One of my customers had a book coming out, and she prepared a media list of about 270 people that she thought could be interested in promoting her book. She messages me on Facebook and she goes, "Derek, you gave me tips on connecting with people. It's not working." And I'm like, "Well, let's break it down. What's going on?" She says, "Well, here's my list. There's 270 people. As you can see, I emailed all 270 of them over the last 2 days, and I got no responses." And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean you emailed 270 people in 2 days? What did you send them? She goes, "Well, I know the importance of sending people personalized emails, so I put together this template and I just changed the first sentence." What? I was like, "Well, what did you change it to?" "I made sure to reference one of their recent articles or blog posts so they know that I read their work." And I'm like, "Well, did you read it?" She's like, "Well, no, how am I going to read 270 articles in 2 days?" And I said, and that's the problem. Too many people try to automate connection. You can't do it. If you want to connect with someone, you have to truly connect with them. Now, I know you know this, you're watching it here. So we're not going to make fun of these people for too much longer. Instead, let's talk about the right way to reach out to people. First, here's the first thing. If you want to reach out to people to try and build a relationship, you should never reach out to more than 10 people in a week. Never reach out to more than 10 people in a week. The reason why is because you can't put forth the right amount of effort if you're trying to reach out to more than that. If you're in that networking stage, about 1 to 1.5 people per day is enough. It's enough work. If you want to connect with someone, you need to go read some of their articles. Read their book. See what they've been talking about on Twitter. See what's going on in their life. And then reach out to them. That's how you do it. You can't spam connection. You can't automate it. You could put a body on it, but we'll save that for another video. But the goal is to never reach out to more than 10 people a week. That way you know you're putting forth the right amount of effort. In general, I would put into about an hour into each connection before you even reach out to them. That said, how should you reach out to them? Well, you have to remember that people do not care about you. They don't care about your business. They don't care about your article. They don't care about what you're up to. They don't care about any of that. The only thing they care about is themselves. Now, I know this might come off a little cynical, but if you're getting an email from someone you don't know, it might be cool, like, oh my God, I got an email, this is so great. But eventually you get sick of it. And if you're trying to reach out to someone who has a big following, they receive emails like this all the time. They don't care about your email. They might care, but they don't care. So you always need to appear to their own self-interest. Now, people usually think that self-interest means you have to pay them. Not necessarily true. There are 3 types of self-interest: economic incentive, social incentive, moral incentive. Let me break it down. Economic incentive sounds exactly like you think it sounds. This is when you're trying to reach out to someone with hopes of giving them money of some kind. This doesn't mean you want to ask them to be an affiliate and say like, hey, I've got this really great product, promote my product, I'll pay you. No one wants to do that. There's plenty of other affiliate programs. But what I mean by economic incentive, that means if you want to lead with money. This is when you reach out to an influencer or a blogger and you directly tell them, hey, I'm looking to buy promotion from you. Are you interested? That's just one type of incentive. And it's a pretty good incentive. You know that expression, money talks. The second type of incentive is known as social incentive. Now, what do I mean by social incentive? Social incentive is about inviting people to experience something with other people, a social interaction. A friend of mine often hosts a monthly dinner, and they're often reaching out to people they don't know and inviting them to this monthly dinner. Now, here's the deal. Remember, it's never about your dinner, it's about the person. This is a great way to get people's attention. I'll explain. The way the dinner works is as simple as this. They invite about 8 to 10 people to dinner, and the 8 to 10 people who are invited are all entrepreneurs who are usually successful. So when you reach out to someone you don't know, you basically are leading with the fact, hey, I'm putting together this dinner for entrepreneurs who are at least at this level of success. Would you like to be one of the members? If it doesn't work for the upcoming dinner, would you like us to let you know about one of the later dinners? That's an example of social incentive. You're giving people the option to connect. People love to connect. Now, this doesn't mean you invite them to a one-on-one dinner. I wouldn't suggest you do something like that because that's just a little weird. And then what if you don't like the person you're having dinner with and you're stuck with them for an hour? The third type of incentive is moral incentive. The moral incentive is when you appear to someone's moral rights, meaning if you see they're supporting a charity, that's an opportunity for you to also support the same charity. Now, of course, that sounds a little bit like self-interest, but it's not really self-interest for them. It's self-interest in the fact that you believe in the same causes that they believe in. That's really the only 3 ways to connect with somebody. You can use economic incentive, social incentive, or moral incentive. Now, keeping that in mind, I have one more thing to share with you. You should never, ever reach out to someone with a generic request to have a meeting. You should never say, hey, we should just hop on a quick call. What do you think? Especially if you don't know that person. Now, if it's a long lost friend that you haven't talked to, a catch up can work. But if you're reaching out to someone you don't know and you're just saying, hey, why don't we hop on a call and see if I can help you? That's the worst way to open a meeting because it's like, what are we going to talk about? What if you're weird? I never accept those meetings. Instead, if you want to reach out to someone, all you really need to do is put forth some of that work that I told you about. Figure out how you can help and then offer that and then offer to discuss it on a call. If you're getting started and you have no basis and connection whatsoever, this is actually one of the best ways to connect with people, is to find someone who can benefit from something you know how to do and offer to do it for that person for free. And don't just say, hey, let me see if I can help you anyway. Don't worry, I'll do it for nothing. Don't say that. That makes you seem like a loser. But if you find a specific way you can help people, promise it, offer to do it, and then the connection is won. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like the video, smash that subscribe button, and if you didn't hit the notifications bell yet, hit that notifications bell. Don't do it for me. Do it because you hate people who don't know how to email you. I'll see you in the next video.